final day of winter. Tuesday night here at Johnson High School. It is breezy, it is cold, but it is baseball. Tonight, your Dripping Springs Tigers coming in with a record of 3-1 in district play will take on their rivals, the Jaguars of Johnson, for one last series in district play. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we welcome you to Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. So glad you could join me on this chilly Tuesday night. My name is Melvin Jones. Tigers off to a great start in district play, winning 3 out of the first 4 games, including splitting with Bowie last weekend. Now, the Tigers last played on Wednesday against McCollum with a victory. The last time they played a district game was last Tuesday night at Berger, where they lost to the Bulldogs of Bowie 3-1. So the Tigers looking to snap a 4-game losing streak against the said Jaguars team. Meanwhile, for the Jags, coming in 3-2, looking to continue their winning streak against the Tigers. Tigers have not beaten the Jags since April of 2021 back at the Jungle. My very first Tigers broadcast was in this stadium 3 years ago. That was the night Cameron O'Bannon threw a no-hitter in this very park. Let's see if he could do it tonight with Cooper Rummel on the bump for the Tigers. Tigers, Jags here at the chilly Johnson High School coming up in about 5 minutes. We'll take a break, come back. Pre-game festivities will ramp up from here at Johnson High School. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Back here to Johnson. Melvin Jones with you. Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Let's give you the lineup for your Dripping Springs Tigers. Leading off, playing in center field, number 13, Taylor Tracy. Batting second, behind home plate, number 2, Gavin Hole. Batting third, playing out at right field tonight, number 18, Jack Tyndall. Playing at cleanup, the designated hitter, number 16, Dom Hurley. Batting fifth, playing at first base, number 3, Connor Helms. Batting sixth, playing out at left field, number 14, Theo Howard. Batting seventh, playing at second base, number 4, Trey Perry. Batting eighth, playing at third base, TC, Trisha Shahanowicz. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jackson Conover. Cooper Rummel, starting pitcher tonight for the Tigers, as we are back on the road for the last time here at Johnson High School. As the Tigers will be opposed, Mason Alanis Sendejo for the Jaguars. Jaguars lineup is this. Batting first, playing at shortstop, number 8, Ethan McLean. Batting second, playing at center field, number 10, Gannon Plummer. Batting third, playing at third base, number 12, Selvin Garrett. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 30, John Duran. Batting fifth, playing at first base, Gun Kane. And we'll turn over to the public address announcer for pregame festivities.
The big 26-6A district contest between the visiting Dripping Springs Tigers and your Johnson Jaguars. All right, let's meet the starting lineup. First up, let's meet the starters for the Tigers. Batting first, number 13, center fielder Taylor Tracy. Batting second, number 2, catcher Gavin Hoyle. Batting third, number 18, Jack Tyndall, right fielder. Your DH batting fourth, number 16, Dominic Hurley. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 3, Connor Helms. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 14, Theo Howard. Batting seventh, number 4, second baseman, Trey Perry. Batting eighth, number 12, third baseman, Tristan Sachinowicz. And batting ninth, shortstop, number 6, Jackson Conover. And your pitcher tonight, number 10, Cooper Mel. Now, Jack Nation, make some noise for your Johnson Jaguars. Batting first, number 8, shortstop, Ethan McLean. Batting second, number 10, center fielder, Gannon Plummer. Batting third baseman, number 12, Selvin Garrett. Batting fourth, your DH, number 30, John Durant. Batting fifth, number 14, first baseman, Gus James. Batting sixth, catcher, number 20, Ricky Montiel. Batting seventh, number 1, right fielder, Grayson Thornton. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 17, Thomas Cowell. Batting ninth, second baseman, number 22, Brentley Oak. And your pitcher tonight, number 4, Mason Alanis Sendejo. Now you please rise and move your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Now, let's play ball.
It is chilly for the final day of winter. Spring will arrive at about 10:15 tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, folks, but you are here with me tonight in this cold night here at Johnson High School as Mason Alanis Sendejo warms up the southpaw for the Jaguars to take on this potent Tigers lineup that hasn't even reached its potential yet. So Taylor Tracy, Gavin Hole, Jack Tyndall due up here in the top of the first for the Tigers as Alanis Sendejo continues his warm-ups. As Taylor Tracy is going to lead up, ready to go. Taylor went 0 for 4 Tuesday night against Bowie, looking to get off the schneid. Now he got a couple of hits against McCollum on Wednesday, but he's really looking forward to heat up here at district play as Taylor walks to the batter's box to begin this ball game right here at Johnson. Traditional righty versus lefty matchup to begin this ball game.
Number 13, Taylor Tracy.
As Taylor in the box. And at 7:04 Central Daylight Time, Taylor fouls it off. 0-1 to Taylor Tracy. As Taylor back in the box. Alanis Sendejo fires and catches the outside corner for strike 2. And Taylor Tracy quickly down 0-2 in the count. As Alanis Sendejo fires. Taylor, that's high. That's deep. And that is going to be gone! Solo blast for Taylor Tracy. That'll get you off the snide. And the Tigers quickly 1-0 on the Jags. First home run in district play for the Tigers. First home run in district play for Taylor Tracy. And it's 1-0 Tigers to start off this game. Lead off solo blast for number 13. And here's Gavin.
Number 2, Gavin Hoyle.
First pitch from Alanis Sendejo is outside for ball 1. Gavin on Tuesday night batted 6. He went 2 for 3. As Alanis Sendejo fires, Gavin pops one up. It may be trouble, and it is caught out in left field by Schnabel for the first out of this ball game. Here's Jack. No one on, 1 out. Tigers lead 1-0. Jack on Tuesday night with 1 for 3 and a run scored. Alanis Sendejo fires. Jack hits one foul to the third base side. 0-1 count to Jack Tyndall. Dom Hurley on deck for the Tigers. 1-0 Tigers thanks to the solo blast by Taylor Tracy. Over the Black Monster here at Johnson. And the 0-1. Jack swung and missed at everything for strike 2. 0-2 to Jack Tyndall. Alan Sandeo ready to 0-2, and he fires. Jack swung and missed in the first strikeout for Alan Sandeo, and the second out of this inning for the Tigers. Here is Dom. Dom had a Dom game last Tuesday night, 2 for 3 against Bowie. Looking to continue his hot streak. And the first pitch to Dom. Dom fouls this one screaming out of the park, 0-1. And Alan Sandeo fires the 0-1 high, evens up the count 1-1. Tigers have not won on this field in over 3 years. Last victory came on a Cameron O'Bannon no-hitter. My very first broadcast as the voice of the Tigers, as Dom chops this one foul to the Johnson's dugout. 1-2 now to Dom Hurley. And Alan Sandeo fires. Dom hits one in the right center. That's going to drop down for a base hit. And it could be extra bases for Dom. Dom still rolling. And Coach Payne's going to hold him off. 2-out double for Dom. Here's Connor. 1 on, 2 outs here in the first.
Now batting number 3, Connor Helms.
Connor last week 0 for 4 against Bowie. He's looking to break out as well. Alan Sandeo fires. And that's low for ball 1-0 to Connor Helms. Tigers lead 1-0. Solo home run from Taylor Tracy to lead off this ball game. Alan Sandeo fires it, and that is inside 2-0 to Connor Helms. Tigers looking to break a 4-game losing streak against the Jags. As Alan Sandeo looks back at second, he fires a 2-0. And did Connor go around? He did not. 3-0 to Connor Helms. Here comes the 3-0 from Alan Sandeo. And he comes off the base, and Dom walks back to second. The 3-0, he fires. And that is a 4-pitch walk to Connor Helms. Tigers now with 2 on, 2 outs for Theo Howard.
Now batting number 14, Theo Howard.
Theo last week 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts and a walk against Bowie. Tigers with 2 on, 2 outs. Theo looks at ball 1. 5 consecutive balls from Alan Sandeo. The 1-0 count to Theo Howard. Theo's ready to go. And so is the pitcher. And Alan Sandeo fires the 1-0 and catches the inside corner for strike 1. Evens up the count 1-1. Trey Perry's on deck for the Tigers. 1-0 Tigers here in the top of the first. And Alan Sandeo fires. Good eye for Theo, 2-1. Two hits here in the top of the first for the Tigers. And the pitcher comes off the mound to reset. 1-0 Tigers here in the top of the first. Alan Sendejo fires. And that's popped up very high, and underneath it is going to be Thornton, and he catches it to end the first inning. But solo jack by Taylor Tracy gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom half of the first. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. One nothing Tigers as Cooper Rummel warms up for the Tigers. Coop in his last appearance 8 days ago had an unusual no decision. He went 6, gave up only 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 7, but he had 2 walks, a hit batsman, and a few wild pitches to go. So Coop talked to him before the game. He was anxious and ready to go to take on this Jaguar lineup as McLean, Plummer, and Garrett do up in the bottom half of the first for the Jaguars. Tigers tonight wearing their road grays, representing Dripping Springs across the chest. As a normal lineup for the Tigers around the horn. Playing at first base, Connor Helms. Second base, Trey Perry. Shortstop, Jackson Conover. TC is at third. Out and left is Theo Howard. Center field, Taylor Tracy. Right field, Jack Tyndall. And behind home plate, Gavin Hull. As Ethan McLean comes up to lead off the ball game for the Jags. You got to think Coop has been itching to get back on this bump for 8 days now. And here we go on this cold March night. And that pitch goes outside for ball 1. To the backstop, actually. 1-0 to McLean. You wouldn't think that spring will arrive later on tonight with the temperatures the way it is. And again outside, 2-0 to McLean. Tigers lead thanks to a solo home run from Taylor Tracy to lead off this ball game. And Coop with the 2-0. Outside again, 3 straight pitches in the same location, 3-0 to McLean. And Coop fires. Same location. 4 straight pitches. And Gavin Hull going to talk to Coop. So McLean is on as the leadoff runner for the Jaguars to lead off the game for Johnson.
Number 10, Gannon Plummer.
Here's Gannon Plummer. 1 on, no outs in the home half of the first. Wind is blowing out here in the stadium tonight. And Coop just tosses it back to first just to keep McLean honest. And now Coop fires. That's outside, gets past Gavin Holt. He can't find it and finally picks it up. And a wild pitch from Coop moves the runner over. So 5 straight balls from Cooper Rummel to begin this ball game. McLean now at second base. And Gavin back behind home plate. 1-0 count to Plummer. And now Coop is ready to go. Coop, long look over his second. And he fires. He got it in there. First strike of the night for Coop. And a 1-1 count on Plummer. Coop's ready to go. Looks back at second base. Does it again. And here's the 1-1. He fires. And that's foul to the first base side. 1-2 now to Plummer. Selvin Garrett, the third baseman, on deck for the Jags. 1-0 Tigers, no outs here in the bottom half of the first. Now Coop looking for his first strikeout of the evening. Looks back at second. And timeout. That time Gavin stood up to adjust. And Coop fires. Got him. First strikeout of the night. First out. And the Jaguars first.
Now batting number 12, Selvin Garrett.
And here is Garrett. 1 on, 1 out. As Coop now starting to settle down. And Coop fires. And Garrett swung at air for strike 1. 0-1 now to Garrett. John Duran, the designated hitter, on deck for Johnson. And Coop fires. That gets past Gavin. And a pass ball advances McLean over to third. So wild pitch in the pass ball now. Some control issues back in Bowie. And Coop now looking to settle down, looking not to have this game tied up. One to Garrett. And Coop likes this one. Full windup coming up. He fires. And that's chopped. Jackson is right there. Holds off the runner and throws out Garrett for the second out of the inning. Great play by Jackson Conover. 2 down in the Jaguars first. And here's Duran.
Now batting number 30, John Duran.
Duran with 1 on, 2 outs here in the home half of the first. And the Tigers hold on to a 1-0 lead. And Coop looks like he's ready to go. He fires and got in there for strike 1. 0-1 to Duran. The 0-1 upcoming. Coop fires. That's outside. Evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Coop. He fires. And no call. And Durand gets the benefit of the doubt. Even Gavin thought that was a strike. 2-1 now to Durand. Coop ready to go. The 2-1, he fires. Got in there that time. Deuces wild for the first time tonight. This time on John Durand. So Coop now looking for his second strikeout of the night. And to get out of this jam with his inning. Coop fires. And that comes off of the umpire's vest. Count remains 2-2. Ethan McLean camped out at third base. 2 outs. Bottom of the first, and the Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Coop likes it. And Durand this time calls time. And Coop fires. Got him! Nasty pitch from Cooper Rummel to get out of the jam. So, Jags leave 1. Coop got out of the jam. And the Tigers will have 7, 8, and 9 come up in the top of the second. Trey Perry, TC, Jackson Conover due up in the visiting half of the second inning. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Back here to Johnson High School. Melvin Jones here. Tigers baseball on Vype Live. 1-0 Tigers as Trey Perry leads off the top of the second for the Tigers. As Trey in the batter's box. And Alanis Sendejo fires. Trey swung at that one. Strike 1. Trey last week, 1 for 2. He had a single against Bowie. And Trey fouls this one off of the net and quickly down in the count, 0-2. 0-2 to Trey. And Alanis Sendejo fires. Trey looks at it high for ball 1. 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Tigers here in this second inning. Alanis Sendejo ready to go. And the 1-2 to Trey. He got Trey looking. And that is the second strikeout of the night for Alanis Sendejo. 1 gone here in the second. And here is TC.
Number 12, Kristen Sachinowicz.
As the PA announcer just butchers TC's name. TC pops this one fouling out a play close to me, and it's going to land just outside of the stadium, 0-1 to TC. Major shout out to a very special 12-year-old now. The daughter of my girlfriend, Maya Kate Washington. Happy birthday. It was great celebrating last night. Hope to do it more and more and more as TC looks at strike 2, 0-2 to Trisha Chahanowicz. Jackson Conover on deck for the Tigers. Alan Sandejo fires. TC hits one over third base. Tough play. And TC is going to make it. TC is on. E3 on that play. But Tristan gets on. And here's Jackson. 1 on, 1 out. Here in the top of the second. Jackson last week 0 for 3 against Bowie. As Alan Sandejo fires. And that's inside for ball 1. Alan Sandejo waits. He tosses over to first, and TC just slides in. Top of the order, and Taylor Tracy on deck for the Tigers. And Alan Sandejo, a few looks over the first. He does it again, fires over there. TC slides back in. Alan Sandejo clearly bothered by TC. He fires, and it's going to be – that's going to be a hard pickup, so we're going to give that one a hit to Jackson. And the Tigers with 2 on, 1 out, and here is Taylor Tracy. Taylor tonight, 1 for 1 solo blast to lead off this ball game. And now he has 2 on, 1 out here in the Tigers' second. And T. Tracy steps out of the box as Alan Sandejo resets. Taylor looking for more damage. And now Sandejo fires. Taylor fouls this one. Got jammed up a little bit for strike 1. 0-1 to Taylor Tracy. One nothing Tigers. Tigers with 2 on, 1 out. Top of the second. And now Sandejo fires. Taylor hits one high. Taylor is going to fall in the glove of Schnabel for the second out of this inning. Great contact there by Taylor. Nonetheless, 2 gone here in the second. Here's Gavin. Gavin tonight 0 for 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Here in the Tigers' second. And now Sandejo fires. And Gavin looks at strike 1. 0-1 to Gavin. And Gavin steps out of the box to reset. Now Sandejo fires. Gavin checked his swing. Did he go around? He did not. Evens up the count. 1-1. Ball and a strike to Gavin. 2 on, 2 outs here in the second. Gavin pops it up. That's high and playable. Schnabel grabs it for the third out, of the second inning. So the Tigers strand 2 and take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the second. Kane, Montijo, as well as Thornton is due up in the Jaguars' second. 1-0 Tigers. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Kane, Montijo, as well as Thornton due up in the Jaguars' second. Welcome back to Johnson High School. Melvin Jones here with you, Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 1-0 Tigers. As Coop had a bounce back inning after walking the leadoff runner. 2 strikeouts in that inning for Cooper Rummel. Here is Gus Kane to lead off the second inning for the Jags.
Now batting number 14, Gus Kane.
Kane against Coop for the first time tonight. And Coop's ready. They'll wind up, and he fires. And Kane went around, strike 1. As Coop has some heat with that pitch. 0-1 to the first baseman. And Coop fires the 0-1. Nice pitch. A lot of heat behind that one. 0-2 quickly to Kane. Ricky Montijo on deck for the Jags. And Coop, timeout. Quick timeout as Kane called time. Great awareness by the umpire by stopping everything before Coop threw the pitch. Coop looking for strikeout number 3. And he fires it. And he got him. Off speed, everything. That's what Coop does. Third strikeout of the night. First out of the second inning. And here's Montijo.
Batting number 20, Ricky Montijo.
The catcher, Montijo. And he looks at strike 1. My goodness, Coop. He had heat and location on that one. 0-1 to Montijo. And Coop fires. And he barely missed that one. Count goes even, 1-1. Grayson Thornton, the right fielder, on deck for Johnson. Aces on the board for Coop. Coop fires. And he missed that one, 2-1. Coop ready to go. The 2-1 coming up. And he fires. And that's high and outside. As Gavin tried to set up on the outside to give him the call. 3-1 now to Montijo. And Coop is ready to go. He fires. And that is a 5-pitch walk. And Montijo gets on. 1-1 out in the Jag second. Here's Thornton.
Now Now batting number 1, Grayson Thornton.
Second walk of the night for Coop. And brings up Thornton. 1 on, 1 out. Here in the second. Coop checks back. He fires over the first. And Montijo slides back in. Actually, that is a courtesy run if I'm not mistaken. I can't tell. Nope. That is Montijo still on base. Rare that you see a team's catcher stay on base after getting on. But that is Montijo right now. Coop ready to go. And the first pitch to Thornton goes down as a strike. 0-1 to Grayson Thornton. Tommy Schnabel on deck for the Jags. 1-0 Tigers here in the bottom of the second. And Coop gets Montijo back over on first. Coop fires. And Thornton goes all the way around, 0-2 quickly to the right fielder. Coop looking for strikeout number 4. Gavin stands up. Coop fires. And it's sliced in the right field, dropped right in front of Jack Tyndall for a base hit. That's the first hit of the night for the Jags. And now they have runners at the corners. 1 out with Schnabel coming up.
Now batting number 17, Thomas Schnabel.
The left fielder runs at the corners. 1 out. Let's see if he tries to lays down a bunt. And Coop fires. Schnabel swung and missed for strike 1. So again, Coop in trouble right now. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Tigers with a 1-0 lead. The 0-1 to Schnabel. And Schnabel swung at everything well outside, and Coop would take it 0-2. Nice snap by Gavin to ensure Montijo doesn't try to come home. 0-2 to Schnabel. And Coop fires. Got him! Strikeout number 4 for Coop. 2 outs. Here in the Jags second. Here is Brinley Oaks, the second baseman. Oaks, the number 9 hitter in this lineup. 2 on, 2 outs. Has Coop. Fires the first pitch. And that's low and inside for ball 1. Coop fires. Nice pitch inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 now to Oaks. Top of the order, and Ethan McLean on deck for the Jags. Coop likes a pitch. And the 1-1. And that's outside. Nice stab there by Gavin. 2-1 to Oaks. Coop shakes off the first pitch, likes this one. And the 2-1. And that's bounce foul. So Deuce is wild on Brinley Oaks with runners at the corners here in the bottom of the second. Deuce is all across the board. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count to number 22. And a 2-2. And that's outside, full count. And now, the ball gets past TC and the run comes in. 1-1 now. That went off TC's glove. So an error on the third baseman. And the ball goes foul. And going all the way over the third was Thornton. So 1-1 here in the bottom of the second. First run of the night for the Jags. Oaks back in. Coop fires. And another foul by Oaks. Nice at bat for the second baseman. Count remains 2-2. 3-2, excuse me, full count. Coop trying to get out of this inning. And Coop fires. Got him. Fifth strikeout for Rummel. But it comes at a cost as the Jags ties it up at 1 as we head to the top of the third. Jack, Dom, Connor, all due up in the third inning for the Tigers. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. One 3-1 for the Tigers. 1-1 for the Jags as we welcome you back to Chili Johnson High School here in Buda, Texas. Melvin Jones here with you. Tigers baseball on Vype Live. Jack Tyndall, Dom Hurley, Connor Helms all due up in the top of the third for the Tigers. Jack tonight 0 for 1, striking out back in the first. And Nalani Sendejo fires his first pitch to the third, and Jack fouls this one off. Strike one. Nalani Sendejo fires the 0-1. Jack chops it foul in the near the Jaguar dugout. 0-2 now to Jack. And the 0-2 to Jack. He fires. And that hit Jack, and Jack is on. So the leadoff runner on for the Tigers in Jack Tyndall. And here's Dom. And Dom is as hot as anyone could be right now in this Tiger lineup. Dom tonight 1 for 1, had a double back in the first. 1 on, no outs in the Tigers' third. Nalani Sendejo looks over at first at Jack. He tosses over, and Jack just slides in. Tigers back home in the jungle Friday night. Second game of this series. Tiger pregame 6:50. First pitch 7 o'clock right here on Vype Live. As Nalani Sendejo looks over at first. He fires. And Dom shows bump, but is high for ball one. 1-0 to Dom Hurley. And then Tigers will have a series with Aikens next week. Next Friday night, our last visit to Berger for the season. The 1-0 to Dom, and Nalani Sendejo tosses it back over the first, and Jack just slides in casually. The 1-0 to Dom, with Jack dancing on first. And Alan Sandejo fires. And again, high. Jack able to get back to first. 2-0 count now to Dom Hurley, with Connor Helms on deck. Let's see if Dom shows bunt once again. Alan Sandejo looks over at first twice now, and he fires. Dom does show bunt. That's outside. He pitched out on that one. 3 balls and a strike. 3 balls and no strikes, to Dom Hurley. Now Dom and Coach Payne having a conversation. Coach Chris Payne in his 18 campaign as the head coach of your Dripping Springs Tigers. And Dom back in the box. 3-0 count. Alan Sandejo fires. And that is a 4-pitch walk. And Dom is on for the second time tonight. Two on now in the Tigers' third. No outs. Here's Connor Helms. Connor tonight walked back in the first. Two on, no outs. In a 1-1 game here at Johnson. And again, for some reason, Alan Sandejo is afraid of what Jack is going to do on the base. Jack again dancing on him at second this time. And this time, Alan Sandejo comes off the bump. Jack has been dancing on a base path since he got on. He has the Jaguars fearful of a steal. And Alan Sandejo fires. Connor shows bunt. Lays one down, but it goes foul. 0-1 down to Connor Helms. Theo is on deck. 2 on, no outs, 1-1. Tigers are threatening here in the third. As Alan Sandejo looks back at second again. Let's see if he comes off the bump. He does not. Connor lays down a gorgeous one. And Jack is punched out at third. As Connor now at first off of the fielder's choice. 1 gone. Here's Theo. Theo tonight 0 for 1, flying out to right field back in the first. And Alan Sandejo fires, and that's outside for ball 1. 1-0 to Theo Howard. Two on, 1 out in the Tigers' third. And Alan Sandejo looks back at second. He fires. And that is catches the outside corner for strike 1. Questionable, but we'll give it to him. 1-1 now to Theo Howard. Even the scoreboard operator thought it was a ball. 1-1. And Theo looks at it for ball 2. 2-1 to Theo Howard. Weird to say that we won't play them in the series next season. Although a strong possibility this could be a non-district game next year, as Theo swung at everything for strike 2. Evens up the count 2-2. As Alan Sandejo looks back at second base. And he fires. Outside, full count to Theo. Trey is on deck. Let's see if he comes up with the bases loaded. As Theo ready to go. As Alanis Sendejo fires. Theo chops one. That's going to be a put out at first base. 4-3 put out for the second out of this inning. Runners do advance. Connor's now at second. Dom Hurley at third. 2 gone for Trey Perry.
Now batting number 4, Trey Perry.
Trey's 0 for 1 for the night. Striking out to lead off the second. And now meeting at the mound by Johnson. Tigers offense looking pretty good tonight. They have left 4 on base thus far. As the umpire comes and break it up. As Alanis Sendejo now takes on Trey. Trey 2 on, 2 outs here in the third. Trey hits one, foul. And that goes over the bullpen. 0-1 to Trey. And Alanis Sendejo fires and nearly hit Trey, went behind him. Count goes even, 1-1. One all here in the third. 2 on, 2 out. And a 1-1 count to Trey Perry. As Alanis Sendejo readies. And he fires a 1-1. And Trey looks at ball 2. Not a nice eye by Trey. And a 2-1 count to our second baseman. TC is on deck. Alanis Sendejo fires a 2-1. Trey hits one, pops it up high. It's very high. Trey Perry with a 3-run home run. Trey Perry with a bomb. 4-1 Tigers. Tigers hitting that long ball tonight. Ryan Perry over there celebrating. I saw it. Trey with his first home run in district play. And that's going to do it for Alanis Sendejo. New pitcher coming up for the Jags. 4-1 Tigers here in the top of the third. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. New pitcher for the Jaguars. That is number 13, Reed Durski. As Alan Sendejo goes 2 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 home runs, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks, and a hit batsman. As TC comes to the plate in a 4-1 Tiger lead.
Now pitching number 13, Reed Durski.
As TC,
12, Tristan Inuit.
as a public address announcer, continues to mispronounce TC's name, but that's okay. And that pitch goes down as a strike, 0-1 to TC. Durski calls time. As Durski balked that time, it would have been called. He fires. TC pops one up high. It's going to be near me so I can catch it. Nope. Just behind us. 0-2 now to TC. (4-1) Tigers here in the third. Durski fires. Nice pitch. And Durski missed it. And the Jaguar crowd did not like that one. 1-2 now to TC. Durski, 1-2. And that's popped up right center. Underneath it and catching it was Thornton for the out and the end of the third. But a 3-run home run by Trey Perry gives the Tigers a 4-1 lead as we head to the home half of the third. Top of the order, McClain, Plummer, Garrett, all due up for the Jags. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. (4-1) Tigers here in the bottom half of the third. Tigers with 2 home runs tonight. Solo blast by Taylor Tracy to lead off this ball game, and then Trey Perry, top half of this inning, 3-run bomb to make this a 4-1 Tigers game. And now the Jaguars with the top of the order coming up to start their third inning. And here is the shortstop, Ethan McClain. McClain tonight drew a walk to lead off this game. And Coop quickly, ready, fires outside for ball 1. Coop threw that exact location, each pitch to McClain to lead off the first. And the 1-0. And he caught it that time for strike 1. 1-1 to McClain. Coop, high leg kick, and that gets behind Gavin. Count goes to 2-1 on McClain. Coop is ready to go. Here's the 2-1. And he missed it. 3 balls and a strike. I thought that was clearly a strike. So Coop again behind in the count. And he fires a 3-1. And that was a strike. Full count. McLean thought he had a second walk. Full count now on Ethan McLean. And here's Coop. He fires. McLean got jammed and fouled it off to the first base side. Count remains 3-2. Coop looking for strikeout number 5. The windup. He fires. McLean pops one up high. And Taylor Tracy is underneath it. He had to run a little bit for it as the wind caught it. First out of the third. Here's Plummer. Gannon Plummer tonight, 0 for 1, striking out back in the first. Tigers lead 4-1 in the bottom of the third. And Coop winds up, fires. That comes off of Gavin's glove for ball 1. 1-0 to Plummer. And Coop quickly fires. And again inside 2-0 to Plummer. Coop has only given up 1 hit. And he fires, and he catches the corner, the outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 now to Plummer. Coop ready. 2-1. He fires. And that's chopped right to Connor Hims. And Connor's just going to step on the bag for the second out of this third inning. 2 gone, and here's Garrett. Garrett tonight, 0 for 1, grounding out to short. Back in the first.
Number 12, Selvin Garrett.
And Coop fires his first pitch to Garrett. And missed it for ball 1. 1-0 to Garrett. Garrett quickly back in the box. And Coop on the bump. And he's ready. The windup. And the 1-0. Got in the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 now to Garrett. Tigers looking for their first 1-2-3 of the night. Coop quickly fires. And Garrett swung at air. And now the Jaguars down to their final strike here in the third. Coop looking for strikeout number 5. And he likes this one. The windup, the fire. And Garrett chops one. Jackson is right there. Jackson fires over, kind of grabs it, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers for the first time tonight. No runs, no errors, no hits, no one left on at the end of 3. 4-1 Tigers. Jackson, Taylor, Gavin, all due up in the top of the 4th. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Reed Dursky back out there for the Jaguars. And he has 9, 1, and 2 to deal with in the Tigers' order. Jackson Conover to lead off this fourth inning for the Tigers. And Dursky steps off the bag. It's like he has something in his eye right now. Here's Reed Dursky. The high leg kick, he fires. And Jackson floats one into center field and caught by Plummer for the first out of this fourth inning. Here's Taylor. Taylor's 1 for 2. Had a solo home run to lead off this ball game.
Now batting number 13, Taylor Tracy.
And Taylor back in the box. And Dursky fires. That's inside for ball 1. 1-0 to Taylor Tracy. And Taylor looks like he's ready. Dursky is a well. The 1-0. Well outside, 2-0 to Taylor. Four 1 Tigers, top of the fourth. And Dursky, high leg kick, fires. Nice pitch by Dursky. 2-1 now to Taylor Tracy. And Dursky fires a 2-1. Taylor looks at it and got in there. Drippy Sprays crowd didn't like that one. Seemed like it was a little outside. 2-2 now to Taylor Tracy. Dursky fires the 2-2. Taylor swung and missed for strike 3 and the first strikeout of the night for Dursky. 2 gone here in the fourth. Here's Gavin.
Batting number 2, Gavin Hoyle.
Gavin tonight 0 for 2. Flying out to left field both times. And Dursky fires. Gavin swung at air for strike 1. 0-1 to Gavin. Jags looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of the night. And Dursky, high leg kick, fires. And Gavin swung again. Quickly down, 0-2 in the count. And Dursky, with the 0-2 count, fires. And Gavin pops this one foul and out of play. Count remains 0-2 as it drops down into the bullpen. And Dursky fires the 0-2. And Gavin again fouls this one off this time to the back netting. Count remains 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Dursky. And Gavin chops one. It's going to be a tough play and an infield hit for Gavin Howe. Fifth hit of the night for the Tigers. Here's Jack. Jack 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch last inning. 1 on, 2 outs here in the Tigers' fourth. 4-1 Tigers. You got to think Jack is due for one now. Trey has hit one out. Taylor's hit one out. Let's give Jack one to hit out. As Dursky fires, and Jack looks at ball 1. 1-0 to Jack Tyndall. Dom Hurley on deck. And Jack this time calls for time. And Dursky fires over to first. And Gavin slides on in. And Dursky fires. Jack chops one over the short. McClain has it. He fires over to first to retire Jack. And that will be the end of the Tigers' fourth. Tigers leave one on. And we are halfway done here at Johnson. 4-1 Tigers. Duran, Kane, Montijo all coming up for the Jags. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 4-1 Tigers as Coop comes out for his fourth inning of work with a nice lead. As 4, 5, 6 in the Jags lineup due up here in the bottom half of the fourth. And John Duran to lead it off, the designated hitter for Johnson.
Whole complex. 1 year they built softball field, hardball,
and here we go to start off inning number 4. Here's Duran. Duran 0 from 1 tonight, striking out back in the first. And Coop fires. Got in there for strike 1. Rummel now with 4 strikeouts, looking for strikeout number 5. Nice pitch, but that's high for ball 1. 1-1 to Duran. Coop winds up, fires. Duran swung at air for strike 2. 1-2 now to Duran. Gus Kane on deck. And Rummel ready to go. Coop fires. Got him. Strikeout number 5 for Cooper Rummel. First out of this fourth. Here is Kane. Kane is 0 for 1. He struck out to lead off the second inning. As Kane is ready to go. So is Coop. And quickly timeout. Late timeout by Kane. And Coop fires his first pitch to Kane. And that missed for ball 1. 1-0 to Kane. Ricky Montijo on deck for the Jags. 4-1 Tigers. 1 out here in the fourth. And Coop missed again. 2-0 to Kane. And Coop fires. Kane fouls a screamer out of play. 2-1 now to Gus Kane. Tigers back at home Friday night against this same Jaguar team. And that's high, 3-1 to Kane. And Coop ready to go. Here's the 3-1. And Coop walks another one. That's the third walk of the night for Coop. 1 on, 1 out. Here in the Jags fort. Here's Montijo. Montijo drew a walk in the second, has scored the lone run for Johnson. 1 on, 1 out. And that gets past Connor Helms as a pickoff attempt by Coop goes away. And that's going to go down as an error for the Tigers to advance the runner all the way to second. So now Kane at second base. Only 1 out, and Montijo to the plate. And Coop fires, and he got it in there for strike 1. 0-1 to Montijo. Two errors on the night for the Tigers. Runner on second for the Jags. And Montijo swung at everything. A lot of gas out of that pitch from Coop. And Montijo goes down 0-2. Coop looking for strikeout number 6 of the night. 0-2 count to Ricky Montijo. And Coop steps off the rubber to reset. Now Coop ready to go. And Coop fires the 0-2. Got him. And just in case, throw over to first, second out. But Kane does advance to third. 2 gone. In the Jags fourth.
Number 1, Grayson. Thornton.
Here's Thornton. Thornton with the long hit of the night. RBI single back in the second. He has Gus Kane on third. And Coop fires. Coop got it in there for strike 1. 0-1 now to Thornton. Coop ready to go. Fires. And that's little outside. Evens up the count 1-1. One. Nice pitch by Coop off speed. And a 1-2 count to Thornton. Coop again looking to get out of this inning without giving up a run. And he fires. And he does just that. Strikeout number 7 on the night for Cooper Rummel. And he strikes out the side. A walk, and that's it. As the Jaguars leave one on again. 4-1 Tigers as we head to the top of the 5th. Dom, Connor, Theo all due up in the top of the 5th. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 4-1 Tigers here in the top of the fifth. As Dom Hurley leads it off for the Tigers here in this fifth. Dom tonight, 1 from 1. He had a double back in the second. As Dursky ready to go, and he fires, and that's well outside, back to the backstop, and ball 1. Three, 5-2 for the Tigers. 1-1 for the Jags. And Dursky fires. Got in there inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 now to Hurley. Dursky, high leg kick, fires. That seemed high to me, but it is a strike. Strike 2 to Dom Hurley. Now Dom down in the count, 1-2. Dursky looking for his second strikeout. And he fires. And Dom chops one. It's going to be a tough play. Dom's going to get an infield hit. So Dom Hurley with a lead-off single to start this fifth inning for the Tigers. And it brings up Connor Helms. Connor tonight 0 from 1. He had a walk in the first and got on off of a fielder's choice back in the third. He has a runner on first. No outs. As Dursky fires over to first, and Dom slides back in. Dursky fires. And Connor shows bunt, but he fouls it off. And an 0-1 count to Connor Helms. $57 currently right now here in Buda. As again, Dom slides back in to first. Next time we talk to each other, 82 degrees in the jungle, and it will be officially springtime. 0-1 to Connor. 4-1 Tigers lead. 1 on, no outs here in the fourth. Connor shows bunt again, lays it down, and goes foul again. So Connor's going to be swinging away with an 0-2 count. And the runner on first. The 0-2 upcoming from Dursky. And he fires. Dom hits it high. Connor Helms hits it far. Home run, Connor Helms. 2-run shot. Tigers hitting the long ball at will. Connor Helms with a 2-run shot after showing bunt early in the count. 6-1 Tigers here in the fifth. Now here's Theo.
Number 14, Theo Howard.
Theo tonight 0 for 2. Theo fouls it off, strike 1. (6-1) Tigers. Dursky fires. Theo tried to lay down a butt, but it goes foul. 0-2 quickly to Theo Howard. Trey Perry on deck. Trey already with a 3-run home run. Best offensive showing by the Tigers all district season long. 6-1 here in the 5th. Dursky fires the 0-2. Theo swings and misses, and that's the first out of the inning. Second strikeout for Reed Dursky. 1 gone here in the 5th. Here's Trey.
Number 4, Trey Perry.
Trey tonight 1 for 2. He had a 3-run home run back in the 3rd. Dursky fires. And that gets in there for strike 1. Trey's 3-run home run. Chase Alanis Sendejo out of the game. Dursky fires. And got in there. Nice pitch by Dursky. And Trey goes down in the count. 0-2. Now Dursky, high leg kick, fires. And Trey hits one, floats one in the left field, but Schnabel grabs it for the second out. Two gone. Here's TC.
Number 12, Tristan Jahinowitz.
TC tonight 0 for 2. No one on, 2 outs here in the Tigers' 5th. And Dursky fires. And TC looks at ball 1. Tigers again have not beaten Johnson in close to 3 years. Looking to snap that tonight. TC goes around. Count goes even, 1-1. And trust me, these players know it. They have been itching to get to this point tonight. Here's the 1-1 from Dursky. TC chops one. It's going to be a tough play. Dursky gets over. And TC is gunned down. Nice play by Dursky to end the inning. But O'Connor Helms, 2-run home run, makes it 6-1 Tigers as we stretch here at Johnson. Schnabel, Oaks, and McLean all due up in the bottom of the 5th. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Coop is back out for his 5th inning of work. There is activity right now in the Tigers bullpen. And it is Blake Cox. Probably just warming up and practicing. 6-1 Tigers here in the bottom half of the 5th. 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Jaguars as Thomas Schnabel leads off for Johnson.
Batting number 17, Thomas Schnabel.
Schnabel tonight 0 for 1, striking out back in the 2nd. Coop fires his first pitch, got it in for strike 1, and 0-1 quickly on Schnabel. That's Coop fires the 0-1, and he missed that time. Evens up the count, 1-1. Coop likes this one, the 1-1. And that is outside, 2-1 to Schnabel. Schnabel back in the box. Coop winds up, fires. Schnabel hits one, floats one, trays right there, and puts him away for the first out. Lining out the tray is always good. One gone in the Jaguars' fifth. And here is Oaks.
Number 22, Brentley.
Oaks tonight 0 for 1, also striking out back in the second. So Coop tonight has struck out the side twice. And his first pitch is outside for ball 1. He did it in the second and did it again in the fourth. The 1-0 to Oaks, and Oaks went around that time. They didn't give it to Coop, so 2-0. Coop fires a 2-0. High, 3-0 to Oaks. Coop's trying to avoid his fourth walk on the night. And here's the 3-0, and he can't do it. 4 walks tonight for Cooper Rummel. 1 on. Here in this Jags fifth. 1 out. As let's see if Sko's going to take the ball from Coop. He's getting close to his pitch count. Man, looks like Sko just coming out there just to talk him up a little bit. Again, our next telecast Friday night back at the Jungle. Same 2 teams. First pitch, 7 o'clock. Tigers pregame, 6:50 right here on Vype Live. Tigers trying to break a 4-game losing streak to the Jags. As Brinley Oaks now on first. 1 gone. And the top of the order, and Ethan McLean up to the plate. McLean tonight 0 for 1. He drew a walk to lead off the game and flied out to center his last plate appearance. Coop fires. Got in there for strike 1. And 0-1 to McLean. Here's the 0-1. Coop fires. McLean swung at air for strike 2. 0-2 now to the shortstop. So Coop now looking for strikeout number 8 on the night. Coop fires. McLean floats one. Taylor is underneath it. He grabs it for out number 2. So Coop is already at 8. I don't know where I missed that one, but Coop is at 8. 2 gone, and here is the number 2 hitter, Gannon Plummer. Plummer tonight 0 for 2. He struck out back in the first and hit it right to Connor Helms back in the third. And that pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-0 to Plummer. So Coop tonight, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks, and a hit. Coop fires. Got in there for strike 1. Evens up the count on Plummer, 1-1. And Coop fires. And Plummer went around. Or did he? I believe, yes, he did go around. So 1-2 now, the Plumber. Coop fires. Missed. Deuces on Plumber. Coop shakes this one off. Here's a 2-2 upcoming. Coop fires. Got him. 9th strikeout of the night for Cooper Rummel. And that ends the Jaguars' 5th. They left one on after the walk. 6-1 Tigers as we head to the top of the 6th. Jackson, Taylor, Gavin all due up in the 6th inning for the Tigers. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. It is massively chilly as the temperatures continue to drop here at Johnson High School. 6-1 Tigers here at the top of the 6th. Jackson Conover to lead it off for Drip. Tigers looking to start 4-1 in league play. And that is always a positive. At the same time, snapping a 4-game losing streak to the same Jaguar team. As Jackson tonight, 1 for 1. He had a single back in the 2nd. And that pitch goes outside. And the 1-0. And that missed 2-0 to Jackson. And Dursky fires. Jackson hits one in the center field for a base hit. So Jackson is on once again. 1 on, no outs. Here's Taylor.
Number 13, Taylor Tracy.
Taylor tonight 1 for 3. Led off the game with a solo jack. His first of the district season. And now he has 1 on, no outs here in the 6th. As Dursky fires. Taylor sends a screamer back to the net for strike 1. And that was well inside, and it hit Taylor. So Tigers with the first 2 on here in the 6th. With Gavin coming up. Gavin tonight 1 for 3. He had a single back in the 4th.
Number 2, Gavin Hoyle.
And Gavin calls time As Dursky looks back at second, he fires the first pitch to Gavin. Gavin swung at air for strike one. 0-1 to Gavin Hold. Jack Tyndall on deck. (6-1) Tigers here in the sixth. Dursky long look at second. He fires. Gavin shows bunt. And Gavin lays down a foul. 0-2 now to Gavin Hold. Tigers started last district season 4-4. They have a chance to go 4-1 through the first 5 games of district play this season. Outstanding ball by the Tigers. Dursky looks back at second, fires. And he got Gavin looking, and Gavin couldn't believe it. And that is strikeout number 3 for Dursky. 1 gone here in the sixth. Here's Jack. Jack tonight 0 for 2. He struck out back in the first. He was hit by a pitch in the third and grounded out back in the fourth. Jack with 2 on, 1 out here in the sixth. As Dursky again looks back at second base at Jackson Conover. Dursky fires. Jack swung at air for strike 1. 0-1 to Jack. The 0-1. And Jack looks at it. Ball 1. Aces on the board for Jack Tyndall. As Dursky looks back at Jackson once again. He fires the 1-1. That hit Jack in the head, and now the bases are loaded full of Tigers right now. Second time Jack has been hit by a pitch tonight. And that brings Dom up. And Dom has been on fire all night. And he has the bases loaded. Only 1 out here in the sixth.
Number 16, Dominic Hurley.
Dom tonight 2 for 2. He scored a run back in the fifth. As Dursky looks at second at Taylor Tracy now. He fires, and Dom looks at strike 1. 0-1 to Dom. Connor Helms on deck. We know what Connor did his last AB. As Dursky looks back at second. He fires. Dom hits one in the right center for a base hit. Jackson Conover comes in to score. Here comes Taylor Tracy. He's going to come in to score. 8-1 Tigers off of the RBI double by Dom Hurley. And here's Connor. Connor with another home run can put the Jags on the brink. And it will be a pitching change coming up for the Jaguars. 8-1 Tigers, 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the sixth. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 8-1 Tigers. They are rolling right now.
Number 7, Beacom.
As Dursky himself
Number 3, Connor Helm.
goes 2 in the third. As Connor is up 2 on, 1 out. Connor nearly is hit. Ball 1 to Connor. Theo Howard is on deck. 8-1 Tigers. Tigers just playing their best ball of the season tonight. Beacom fires, and that fouls off of Connor's foot. Count goes even, 1-1. Connor looks like he's trying to shake it off. As Beacon fires the 1-1. Connor foul tips it to the backstop. 1-2 now to Connor Helms. Nine hits tonight from the Tigers. 8 runs coming off of those 9 hits. As Beacom readies the 1-2, and he fires well outside, 2-2 to Connor Helms. And Beacom fires. Connor pops this one up. It's going to be foul. And Montillo couldn't get up there. So the count remains 2-2 to Connor Helms. Tigers with 3 more runs will put the Jags on the brink. Runners at second and third. Only 1 gone here in the 6th. Beacom fires. Connor sends a screamer foul to the third base side, and the count remains 2-2. Beacom fires into the dirt. Full count now on Connor. For those of you who knows this rivalry, it is very quiet on the Jaguars side of the stadium. Beacom, 3-2 count. And he fires. And Connor hits one high. Connor Helms has himself a 2-home run game. (11-1) Tigers, and the Jags on the brink in the bottom half of the 6th. 2 home runs for Connor Helms. 5 RBIs. Fourth home run of the night for the Tigers.
Number 14, Theo Howard.
11-1 Tigers. Theo up with only 1 out. And Theo was hit. And the Tigers right now are just rolling. Tigers has had this game circled on the calendar forever.
Number 4, Trey Perry.
Trey tonight 1-for-3. He himself with a 3-run home run back in the third. Beacom fires, and Trey floats one. Foul over the head of the first baseman, Kane. 0-1 to Trey Perry. As Trey steps back in, Beacom looks over at first at Theo Howard. He fires. Trey floats one. It's going to be a tough play. They were able to get the force at second, but Trey is on off of the fielder's choice. 2 gone now here in the 6th. Here's TC. Connor Helms tonight, 2 for 3, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. TC 1 on, 2 outs here in the 6th. Beacom fires. That's well away. Ball 1. I believe Coop could be done for the night. And TC swung away for strike 1. 1-1 to Chohanowicz. Jackson is on deck. Beacom fires. High, 2-1 to TC. As Beacom looks over at first to Theo Howard, and he fires. TC did not check his swing, or did he? They say no. Deuces wild to TC. I thought TC checked him, but he didn't. And a 2-2 count now to TC. Beacom again looks over at first at Theo Howard, and he fires. TC floats one foul out of play. Count remains 2-2. Garrett, Durant, and Kane all due up for the Jags in the 6th, which could be the final inning of the game. Beacom looks over at first again. He fires. TC fouls this one off. Count remains 2-2. (11-1) Tigers here in the top of the 6th. Tigers on the verge of hitting around here in the 6th. And Beacom fires. High. Full count to TC. Theo dancing at first. Beacom fires 3-2. And it missed. So TC gets on. And the Tigers have hit around here in the 6th. Here's Jackson. Jackson tonight 2 for 3 with a run score. And Beacom fires. And Jackson pops up one high. And it is caught by Oaks to get out of this inning. But the Tigers bat around here in the 6th. 3-run home run by Connor Helms. His second of the night. And the Tigers put up a 5 spot here in the 6th. Jaguars on the brink. 3-4-5 coming up for Johnson in the bottom of the 6th. 11-1 Tigers. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. New pitcher for the Tigers. That is Blake Cox. Coming in to hopefully wrap this bad boy up in 6. Tigers with an 11-1 lead. Tigers hit around in the top half of this inning. Tigers with 11 runs off of 10 hits. 2 errors in the night. But solid effort. Great effort by the Tigers. Final numbers for Coop. Coop tonight, 5 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, a wild pitch, 1 hit, and 1 run not earned. As Selvin Garrett comes up to lead off the 6th for the Jags. As Cox fires his first pitch, and Garrett swung around for strike 1. 0-1. Cox came in last week against Bowie. Pitched pretty good. That pitch goes outside. 1-1 now to Garrett. And Cox ready to go. The 1-1. And that's outside. 2-1 to Garrett. Barring a miracle, the Tigers would get the monkey off of their back. And that goes down to the strike. Evens up the count 2-2. Tigers have now beaten the Jags since 2021. They will tonight. Cox fires. Missed. Full count now on Garrett. With Duran on deck. Cox is ready to go. Gavin sets up on the outside. Cox fires. Swung and a miss for strike 3 as Gavin's going to throw him out. First out of the night. And a first strikeout for Blake Cox. 1 gone here in the 6th.
Blake Cox is your new pitcher.
1 gone, and here is John Duran.
John Duran.
Duran tonight 0 for 2, both strikeouts. And Cox fires. Nice pitch for strike 1. 0-1 to Duran. And Blake fires the 0-1. Nice pitch for strike 2. 0-2 now to Duran. And the 0-2 to Duran. Cox fires. Outside 1-2. 11-1 Tigers. Cox ready to go. The 1-2 to Duran, and Cox fires. Duran fouls it to the backstop. Count remains 1-2. Tigers now starting to show off their strength. Very deep bullpen Tigers have, deepest in 3 years. Duran chops one. Blake has it, and Blake tosses over the first for the second out of this inning. 2 gone. And Gus Kane, the last hope for the Jags. And out ends this game. Kane tonight 0 for 1, striking out back in the second. He did draw a walk back in the fourth. The Jags haven't had a hit since the second inning. And Blake missed that time, 1-0. And Blake quickly ready to go. The 1-0, he fires. Nice pitch for strike one. Evens up the count, 1-1. And Blake fires a 1-1. Got him. And the Jags now to their final strike. The 1-2 to Kane. Blake fires. Kane dribbles one. Trade is right there. And the Tigers have walked off and ended this game in 6. Tigers win tonight 11-1 in 6. Goodness gracious. We'll give you the numbers on the other side of the break. 11-1 Tigers. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome back to Johnson High School. The final Tiger Baseball on Vype Live telecast from this stadium. Tigers come out swinging, ending a 4-game losing streak, winning 11-1. And what a night for the offense. 11 runs off of 10 hits, 2 errors. Pitching was fantastic as usual. Giving up only a run off of a hit. 1 error by the Jags. Winning pitcher tonight, Cooper Rummel. His 3rd of this season. He's now 3-0 in this district season. Mason Alanez Sendeno drops the L tonight. No save opportunities on an 11-1 victory. Player of the game, it has to be Connor Helms. Connor tonight 2 for 3. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs on the night, and the Tigers rout the Jaguars. Tigers now 4-1 in district play. Jaguars fall to 500, 3-3 on the district season. And these two teams will be back in the jungle Friday night right here on Vype Live. So the Tigers came out and did exactly what they needed to do. 2 hours and 3 minutes worth of action. Tigers win the night 11-1 in 6. I'd like to thank the best QA in the business, Nate Nunez, keeping us on air. Our technical producer, Suna Venkat, and the broadcast director of Vype Media Networks, Merle Bertrand. Again, Friday night back at the jungle, these same two teams. 7 o'clock first pitch. Tigers pregame, 6:50, right here on Vype Live, with everyone associated with Vype, everyone associated with Dripping Springs High School. I am Melvin Jones saying good night from Johnson High School. Tigers snapped the 4-game losing streak to the Jags, 11-1 and 6. You have been watching Tigers baseball on Vype Live. I will talk to you Friday night, folks. Back in the jungle. Peace.